Yo everybody, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Steins. Last left off, we have gone on a date with Luca. Woo! Date action, yeah! I guess. The next day finds me strolling around Akiba with Lukaku. So where to next? Event number 1, lunch at a family restaurant. It's already complete. I took care of the bill and now we're back out in the heat. I got the entire day planned out in my head. The next event is... How about we take a walk around town? Okay. It's Open holidays, so Akiba is crowded. To avoid the crowds, we end up walking through the back streets. My plan is to walk with Lukaku all the way to Ueno and back. That should be enough, right? I walk quickly. This conversation thing isn't going well. I try to follow the guide's advice and be a good listener, but Lukaku is silent by nature. She doesn't really start talking on her own. Even at the family restaurant, the words we exchanged were mostly just things like, "It's crowded today," "It's delicious," and "It was delicious." And I think it was a mistake just to wander around, especially since we end up in the residential area with no interesting scenery whatsoever. Okabe-san? Lukaku speaks up. She's a few steps behind me. Yeah? I stop and turn around. Lukaku catches up with me and we start walking together again. Do you remember about the first time you and I met? Yeah. Of course. What I actually remember is how I met the male, Lukaku. It was during Golden Week in May. I was searching Akiba for materials to build a new future gadget lab when I saw Lukaku in his Miko garb, surrounded by some cameramen. Please stop, I can't. Please let me take one photo. That cosplay is super mo. I've never seen such a cute Miko cosplayer before. This isn't cosplay. If you can make a cute pose, I'll be super happy. Do that thing, you know, the thing Mugitan does in Miko Overdrive. Magical girl anime with 5 Miko girls as a protagonist. Its target audience is absolute goes, but many men in their 20s like it too, for some inexplainable reason. Yeah, that would be awesome, you know, Mugen-tan, right? Can you do it for us? Oh, sorry. What's wrong? If you come to Akiba cosplay, that means you want people to take your picture, right? That's right, we're rejecting us because we're losers. No, it's just, this isn't cosplay. To be honest, the Miko garb fascinated me. Because Miko, sacred, chosen to serve the gods. I know college girls are doing it for money these days, but as far as I'm concerned, that's sacrilege. Sacrilege? As is demanding to photograph a sacred Miko. I couldn't let it pass. You with the cameras. Eh? Who are you? Huh, who am I? I'm the great Hoyo Kyoba, bearer of the mightiest brain since Einstein himself, the insane mad scientist who brings chaos to the world. What's with this guy? He's nuts. Stop right there. This Miko clearly doesn't want your attention. Get out of here, Chunibuyo? Trying to be cool and save the girl for smacks in return. You're just another pervert. Oh, I was not ready just for the single word tip. Look in the mirror when you say that. You're the ones harassing this frail girl, forcing her to take perverted pictures. Have you no otaku pride? Oh, poor Luca. The cameraman who frightens the sacred Mocha is no cameraman at all. He's nothing but a low-life scum, unfit to walk the holy street of Akiba. What? Everyone's aiming for low-angle shots of cute 3D girls. Amateur cosplayers should take what they get. When you cosplay in Akiba, you're asked to get photographed. That's how it works. No, a guy. Instantly, our drawers drop to the ground. So there's no point in photographing me. Lukaku murmured sadly. Really? No way! Some of this cute can't be a guy! I'm a guy. Even have an Adam's apple. Yeah, Lukaku lifts his chin, exposing his pale neck. That gesture was really sexy, but there is indeed a lump on his neck. Then you got one down there too? Lukaku nodded reluctantly. He was already crying by this point. So were the cameraman. What the hell? This is Ford! What kind of guy wears mocha robes? He's some kind of pervert? Thank God I did take a picture. I feel tricked. They left the place, mumbling complaints all the while. Those bastards were a disgrace to Otoko everywhere. Yeah, they suck. Dara would have said something like, someone this cute can't be a girl. So you're a trap? Awesome! Dara is the true otaku. Dara is awesome. Thank you very much. Huh? Nah, it's nothing. But you're disappointed that you saved a guy, aren't you? I'm sorry I can't live up to your expectations. What's your name? Ushibara Luca. Why are you apologizing? I mean, I look like this, but I'm a guy. It matters not! It doesn't matter if you're a guy or a girl. We need to work on that inferiority complex of yours. Come with me. I shall bestow upon you a mighty gift. An item that will give you courage. I'm sure you, too, have noticed the true power that sleeps inside of you. What's wrong? You desire power, don't you? Power? Indeed, I can grant you power. All you need is the will and desire, the hunger. Never again will you fear a camera lens. After that, we went to the Blade Works, and you brought me Samidare. I didn't expect that. Well, I didn't expect he'd actually come with me. When he did, I realized that he had potential. That's why I bought him the 980 yen tax-included demon sword. Afterwards, Lukaku and I went to intense training to develop the Shin Zanma School of Swordsmanship. In retrospect, I can't believe I said all that ridiculous stuff. It makes me want to crawl in the hole and hide. I was really surprised when you said it didn't matter, but at the same time, it made me really happy. It's strange, huh? Those words really moved me. Lukaku's cheeks then turned rosy pink. Her blush is too powerful. I have to look away. Ever since you said those words, I've liked you. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a goddamn second. Is she saying what I think she's saying? But that Lukaku was a guy. Does that mean I made the guy Lukaku fall in love with me? My mind goes blank. Oh god. I mean, Lukaku is a cute guy. By the time I drop her off back at the shrine, I'm worn out physically and mentally. We ended up walking for 4 hours straight, which was tiring, but my mental exhaustion is greater. In the end, we didn't talk much. We just walked. Today was really fun. Really? She's just saying that out of consideration. I could tell that she's forcing her smile. All through the date, I didn't stop thinking about the time Lukaku fell in love with me. So I barely made conversation at all. That manual was completely useless. On this world line, Lukaku was a girl from the beginning, so Luca's memories of when we first met might be inconsistent with mine. But even with that in consideration, Lukaku's story still felt out of place. So, Lukaku fidgets as she whispers. What is it? Well, tomorrow. She wants to go on a date again? I mean, we're a couple, and we are going out, and that means we like each other, and it's summer break right now, so it's natural to go on a date every day. I want to be with Okabe-san again tomorrow. Thanks. Is that okay? Of course it is, yes, of course. Okay. Lukaku smiles again. She looks so happy and relieved. Seeing her like this makes incomprehensible feelings well up inside me. Well, see you tomorrow. Bye. I feel a huge weight on my shoulders. Another date tomorrow. Tomorrow. Welcome back, Irene. Die, you filthy gnoll. What? When I return to the lab, I'm greeted by Mayuri's smile and Dao's pure hatred. Since when does a Chimbori patient like you rate a girlfriend? It's not right, man. How did a date with Luka-chan go? Well, stage clear, somehow. Probably? Probably not, actually. Koima's the day after tomorrow, you know? What if you and Luka-chan go as a cosplay couple? Pass. Maybe you could persuade her to go now that you're a boyfriend. She'd never say yes to me, and I've asked her so many times too. But if Ocarina asks it, then I'm sure she'll say okay. Also, just realised how cute of a couple Mayuri and Luka would be. Like, male Luka. I could see that working. That would be adorable. Anyways, then I'm sure she'll say okay. I refuse. Why? Because Koima's on the 15th. Mayuri's fated to die that night. How am I supposed to spend the hours before her death cosplaying at Koima? To be honest, I don't get this dating thing. Gare, Ocarina, you idiot. Those words are an insult to virgins the world over. Apologize. Apologize to the virgins. Just thinking about it. And all you do is walk, eat, and go home. And the whole time you have to worry about what your partner is thinking. What's fun about that? Don't say that, Ocarina. You'll make Luka-chan sad. Mayu's expression is uncharacteristically serious. You know, just being with the person she likes is enough to make a girl happy. That's all she really needs. Doesn't being together make boys happy too? If not, that makes Mayuri sad. Why would that make Mayuri sad? Ocarina's the minority. I mean, dates are great opportunities for hate scenes. Dao. You're an idiot. Come on, holding hands and stuff. This stuff's pretty H, isn't it? Oh, when you're arm in arm and her boob hits your elbow, that's like super mega H. At the end of the date, you kiss, right? Damn you! Death to normals. Darren needs his own sitcom. You play too much. Hey, where did Luka-chan fall for Ocarine? Well, when? Well, I was really surprised when you said it didn't matter, but at the same time, it really made me happy. If it says you said those words, I've liked you. I think back to what she said. Something still feels off about her story. I said that Luca's gender didn't matter. I remember that clearly, but didn't I say that because Lukaku was a guy? Right. That doesn't make sense. Now I know what feels out of place. I wouldn't have said that to a female Lukaku, so why does Lukaku remember what I said back then? I recall what happened with Ferris. I remember, Nya. The wish Ferris made was to save Papa, who died 10 years ago. Ferris regained her memories from before she sent the D-mail. Could Lukaku too have remembered the previous world line where she was a guy? That would explain everything. However, she remembers that event and said she liked me for it. So, did Lukaku even like me even when she was a guy? I think I need to check this out. The next morning, I head to the shrine to meet with Lukaku. What's up? She's already waiting in the courtyard. When she sees me, she smiles and waves her hand. Too cute. Must resist. Ah! Good morning. Morning. Where are we going today? Before that. Yeah. I make up my mind and throw out the question. Do you have any memories of when you were a guy? Lukaku twitches for a moment. And then she hangs her head. No, I don't. Really? Lukaku just nods stiffly. I consider a more forceful approach, but the words of that dating manual blaze inside my head. Whatever you do, don't make the girl sad. You might get dumped. If I get dumped, then what happened to our 4-day agreement? Lukaku might refuse to turn back into a guy. No, Lukaku is not like that. Mario's life hangs in the balance, so I'm sure no matter what I say, she'll turn back. Or is it naive of me to think that? Either way, even though I'm doing this to save Mario, I can't just trample on Lukaku's pure maidenly heart. Neither one of us speaks. Mutual distrust, suspicion, discomfort. One word could shatter our temporary relationship. Lukaku is the first to break the suffocating silence. I'm sorry. Let's cancel today's date. Lukaku bows her head and goes back into the shrine office. I hurt her. I feel guilty at the same time. I feel guilty, but at the same time relieved. I hate myself for it. Oh. Wow. Instead of returning to the lab, I stand on the bridge in front of the station and gaze blankly at the stream of people. First might be a visitor in the lab. First said once was at the lab the other day. Ferris was on the lab this day when I first came to this world line. My actions shouldn't have influenced Mayuri's, so she should have called Ferris over to show her the costumes. Right now I don't want to see anybody. I need to think. But try as I might, no ideas come. No solutions. Lukaku agreed to go back to being a guy if I went out with her for a time. I've stayed faithful to that, so... Faithful? How? I just made a huge mistake back there. I've done nothing but make Lukaku sad. Tomorrow, Tomorrow is the 15th, the day Komima opens, the day Mayuri dies. At the very least, I need to make our relationship last until that evening. Tomorrow is the end. But I'm not confident I can show Lukaku a fun time. Alright, so instead of fussing over a date, I should try something that won't make Lukaku sad. Okay. What could that be? The next morning, after Mayuri and Dara left for Irake? I head to the shrine to pick up Lukaku. We hopped on the train at Akiba station when she looks askance at me. What? I tell her we're going to see Mayuri. Today, it won't just be the two of us. I don't know what to say when we're alone. I'm afraid I'll just hurt her again. It's time to try something different. When we get to the train at Tokyo Big Sight, Lukaku stares in wonder at the scene spread before her. People, people, people. People as far as the eye can see. Welcome to Komima, the Otoko Festival. It's the first day, so Big Sight's more crowded than usual. This is my plan, to take Lukaku to Komima. I'm not making her cosplay, of course. Lukaku wouldn't even do it at Mayuri's request. And I don't want to force her to do anything she doesn't want to do. We're just here to look and have fun. The first order of business is to hook up with Mayuri and Daro. These two live and breathe Komima, so I'm sure they'll have a lot to talk about. Conversation will flow, and I'll be off the hook. How wonderful to have friends you can count on. Of course, bringing a date to Komima is a surefire way to earn myself the hatred of otaku everywhere, but no matter. I'll endure the contempt, if that's what it takes to make Lukaku happy. So resolved, I strike out through the crowd towards our designated rendezvous. I know the word, but I just can't say it today, because stupid. Point. Lukaku, clearly overwhelmed by the sheer number of people, struggles to follow behind. Ocarine, Luka-chan. Near the end of the parking lot, we see the petite Mayuri waving her hands. Hi. There aren't many people here. Welcome to Komima, Luka-chan. Also, what's with this guy? He looks like he's trying to check out our conversation. Good. Yeah, this is my first time coming here, but it's amazing. Take it easy. Where's Daro? Daro comes in line for promo goods. He couldn't come. Said maybe he'll join us later if he survives the battle. Damn, that means he won't join us for at least another hour. Couldn't he forego the battle just this once? Lukaku's eyes dart from place to place. She's clearly uncomfortable in the chaotic atmosphere. There's still some awkwardness between us after what happened yesterday. Even on the train ride, we barely spoke to each other. What's the point of being a couple if it turns out like this? It was easier to talk when we weren't supposed to be boyfriend and girlfriend. Lukaku seems to enjoy herself more too. Was it a mistake to bring her to Komima? Well, Lukaku didn't refuse. Even when I told her we were going to Komima, she just nodded obediently. Mayuri will show you around, okay? There's lots of people, so we gotta be careful. First we go to the cosplay area, then we'll go inside. Mayuri's more cheerful than usual. She must be happy to have us here. Hey, is there anything you guys want to see? Lukaku, is there anything you want to see? No? Lukaku shakes her head. This is my first time, so if Okabe-san wants to see something, I'll go see it. I'm not particularly interested in anything. Wow. Lukaku looks unhappy. Crap. I shouldn't have answered like that. Hey, Luka-chan. If you come to the cosplay area, I'm sure you'll change your mind about cosplaying. Mayuri talks happily to Lukaku. I'm glad I chose to rely on this ditz who can't read the mood. It's not embarrassing at all. See? Because everyone's having fun. Kato-chan and Fubuki-chan are all wearing Mayushi's costumes. I'll introduce you, okay? You should come tomorrow too. I'll bring costumes for you so then you can cosplay together. Whoa. Whoa. I think Ocarina would... I think Ocarina would be perfect as Zero-Zum from Code Jazz? Code Jazz. He is the young noble of the rebellion who hides his identity behind a mask. Smash hit anime TV series broadcast in 2006, story around a young man who obtains a magical eye that can control minds and uses it to start a revolution. You'll cosplay if Ocarina does with you, right, Luka-chan? You will, won't you? I should think it would be a great idea. Not a chance. It's sorry. No way. Marisha slumps the shoulders in disappointment. In the end, Lukaku and I finally got fed up with the amount of people and left Arake earlier. We took the direct shuttle bus to Akiba that only runs during Korima, but it was so cramped inside I thought I was going to die. And now we're alone again, and the music starts up. Doesn't seem like good things are about to happen. By the time we get back to Akiba, Lukaku and I are exhausted. My feet feel like blocks of lead, and I don't have the energy to even attempt conversation. The two of us sleep back to the shrine without speaking a word, like Spanish monks under a vow of silence. Lukaku didn't raise a single complaint. Lukaku didn't raise a single complaint, but taking her to Korima was obviously a mistake. Lukaku's expression has been stiff ever since we've met up with Mayuri. Maybe she's still traumatized by Otaku. The first time I met Lukaku, he was being harassed by Otaku. Maybe they left a bad impression. We don't talk. We spent most of the day shoulder to shoulder with strangers. I can probably count on my fingers the words I said directly to Lukaku today. When we arrive at the shrine, our time as a couple will end. So this is the last chance to talk as boyfriend and girlfriend. But I'm confused. What should I talk about? I try thinking about things we have in common. The demon sword, Sadame. The Senshin Zanama School of Swordsmanship. But Chris is said to avoid Chimburi topics, and Dayton Manual concurred. But she likes them! Oh my gosh! What else is there? It finally dawns on me. There's nothing else Lukaku and I share. Silence dominates the shrine. Silence should be calming, but it's not. I've safely escorted Lukaku home. Mayu's rest is just 3 hours away. The temporary relationship between me and Lukaku ends here. Now I just need Lukaku to give me her mother's pager number. However, is it really okay to let her end like this? In the end, what have I done for Lukaku? I haven't done squat, have I? All I've done is hurt her. Suddenly, Lukaku starts sobbing. She covers her mouth with both hands, but can't stop the tears pouring from her eyes. When I approach her, Lukaku pulls back. Lukaku wipes the corners of her eyes, but the tears keep flowing, forming a glycerin line down each cheek. I'm speechless. I have no idea what to do. The girl is crying before my eyes. It's my duty as a man to comfort her. I know that, and yet no words come. I stand there like a useless statue. The curse of Lukaku's tears is undoubtedly me. I didn't treat her right as my girlfriend, even if it was only a temporary agreement. And now it ends with me watching as Lukaku cries. Lukaku. I'm the one who did this to her. I am the cause of her grief. And yet, thank you very much. She thanks me and bows her head. Eh? She lifts her head and smiles shyly through the tears. I was really happy that we could be together. That's a lie. I'm glad I fell in love with you. That has to be a lie. To my surprise, Lukaku takes my hand in hers. Her hand is very warm and delicate. It's the first time I've touched her since we became a couple, and it will be the last. Lukaku places a note in my hand, and then she pulls away. She bows her head again. Bye now. Lukaku turns her back to me, and then disappears in the shrine office. I look at the note. There's a number written there. Probably her mother's pager number. She kept her promise, but I didn't keep mine. I can't let it end like this. I run full speed back to the lab, ignoring Chris's call to stop. I slap on the headgear and leap to the past. There we go. I was like really confused then. Why is it just black? I think I'm going to end this episode here. Before we see what Okabe is plotting. Till next time, everybody. Bye.